of data collection. What exactly is the idea here? Title: Tools of Data Collection. Recently, they have even, recently means 2008 is also recent for us. Discuss the importance of fieldwork in anthropology. Describe various tools of data collection. Yesterday, I've told one such question can come, which has two parts. The first part is already I have given at length in the beginning. That and the second part is about these techniques. Observation, interview, schedule, questionnaire, history, case study, genealogy, all that life history, oral history, and other techniques are the ones which are specific to anthropology. In the sense, like all these are used either separately or in combination, and these are the compulsory tools and methods and techniques compulsory for anthropologists. Again, starting में देखा जाए तो we have observation. What is observation? It is like for any scientist, observation is a must. Correct. When they are doing their work, whether it is astronomy, whether it is physics or chemistry or zoology, engineering, computer science, first they need to observe some phenomena. They need to learn. So in the field in anthropology, because it's a social science, they have to first of all start observing the society they are actually going to study. First, they need to have a casual observation, then gradually they have to get into some rapport with the people. They need to make friends with interpreters and the informants or the respondents. There is another word for informants, that is respondents. Informants and respondents are the key people in an interview also, and in many other facets also. So they need to observe these people also, how they live, and whether they are a senior people or chiefs or some right skilled arrow, a bow and arrow person, or what kind of a position is this. He has to observe male female relations. He has to observe how children are raised. He has to observe the facilities there available. He has to observe about the food and festivals, the entire culture in a nutshell. Right? पूरा एक observation का ही काम होता है. Observation, then noting down. Observation, noting down. And when they are speaking, he may use a recorder, or he may shoot with a camera or a mobile or whatever gadget. There also parallelly he has to observe. Sometimes the cameraman is taking care of that. If at all another member is there in the team, the observation will not be stopped. एक साइड में आपका विजुअल ethnography चल रहा है, and parallelly you are observing them whether they are giving real information or not. Are they becoming camera conscious? थोड़ा fear भी होता है लोगों को, especially the simple people, primitive people may fear the cameras. ये कोई भूत है या ऐसा कुछ भी सोच सकते हैं. Initially, when they came into contact with the outsiders, they might fear what exactly is wrong here. They may even attack the people. So gradually, step by step, they need to enter into this. Only initial observation for some quite some time is needed before they take a plunge. So observation is of several types. Then we'll go into that. And what is interview? Interview is natural. You all know question and answer session. Many times it is beyond a question and answer session. Interview goes like very deeply, and it becomes interaction many times. It should become a kind of a banter, chit chat, banter. थोड़ा casual होते हुए suddenly they will enter into a serious mode. Then there are certain changes in the expression, non-verbal communication. The ethnographer has to capture all that, not only question and answer, but also how they are questioning, how they are answering, and anything is suppressed or not. Are they deliberately suppressing or misleading the ethnographer? Many of them also have to be taken care of in the interview. So other ideas also are there. For example, schedule, I have told you. Schedule and questionnaire differ from each other. Okay. Schedule means, and first you need to understand questionnaire. Questionnaire is the one which is also used by people like sociologists, mostly for, usually it is printed, a printed set of questions, printed question booklet, just like your prelims paper. It is a booklet or some kind of a paper where all the questions are given, and the respondent has to simply fill. The respondent is expected to fill these, um, is supposed to fill or is required to fill the booklets. So then the ethnographer examines. But what about schedules then? Schedules are also they also contain questions, but the because of the illiterate nature of these people, most of them are not well read. So उनको लिए क्या करना है, इनको पढ़ के सुनाना पड़ता है. They have to just read and make them. This is what is required from you. Sometimes there may be supplementary questions. A new question may come. So on the spot, the anthropologist has to improvise. In a questionnaire, it is not possible. All the questions are fixed there, so they can get only fixed answers. But in a schedule, these are it is like a open questionnaire, um, read out by the read out the questions being read out by the ethnographer to the respondents or the informants, and while it is being done he can always improvise, so it is highly flexible, whereas questionnaire is not. So like that there are these schedules and interview schedules and questionnaires are also used. And case study the best example we have already noted. Case study में कौन है, मतलब क्या देखे हमने, एक example देखा था, the case study of the Balinese cockfights. Balinese cockfight was something like an event, some specific cultural event picked up by the ethnographer or anthropologist, and that event has been analyzed. So usually it involves event analysis, and it something like a deep play is involved. He has also seen how deep play is possible in this, how people involve themselves very deeply, their culture is expressed very deeply, and emotions run deeply, factionalism runs deeply, violence runs deeply. So entire play is not for fun, or every time we cannot take it for granted. There are many emotions which are deeply present. So we have to go, and do a kind of microscopic examination instead of an all-round 360-degree study of a society done by Malinowski and others. So that may not work because of a great amount of time required. But after 1960s and all, most of the simple societies were covered. So what these anthropologists developed, what they thought, better we pick up a small theme or an event, then try to build around the entire society under around that theme. So Balinese cockfight is a central theme around which you can actually understand all the related phenomena, like their social organization, religion, their political organization, their economic organization, then family, kinship, and at least in a nutshell, if not very deeply. Correct? So like this event analysis will help these ethnographers go like in a small narrative. आजकल हर even in Bollywood, Hollywood, everywhere people are following this. आजकल क्या है ना, बड़ा सा मूवी देखने का लोगों के पास ये नहीं है, एंड बड़ा थीम फॉलो करना, unless if it is done very carefully, it will just go like and become a blockbuster failure. It will end up as a big flop. Better take a small theme and narrate it perfectly. Nahi na, young directors are doing that, hai na? So in this fashion, even in movies they are following that, and in anthropology also. No wonder these anthropologists started doing these kinds of things, such that they'll get some originality of ethnography. Next is genealogy. So what is genealogy? It is something like a Vamsha Charitra, something like a family history, something like a family history where entire family is traced. They will draw some charts, pedigree charts भी बोलते हैं, and they start putting all that thing in some kind of a map, and they want to trace where where are your ancestors and where they have come from, who is this side, my father's side of the ancestors, mother's side of the ancestors, and how many groups are there, where they got settled, और आर दे सेटल इन मेनलैंड और आइलैंड्स, उनका क्या काम है, पूरा एक चरित्र दिन निकालते हैं. such that this person becomes very important. Especially this happens in case of the important people. Genealogy is taken for important people like chiefs and important people, elderly people, clan elders, and lineage elders, etc. Of their this genealogy is also linked to life history, which is also part of this. And oral history is different. It is general history of about the entire society. So these are all related. Again, interview is related to this. Schedules and questionnaires become part of interview. And while participant observation is happening, all these will be useful. So these are not watertight compartments. They are not separate from each other. All the methods and techniques of fieldwork go hand in hand. They have to be used in conjunction, sometimes separately, many times together. So we have to know this very clearly. And what exactly is the secondary sources of data or information? Do you recollect? We were talking about this in classical evolutionism. Take a minute.